would like to introduce everybody to my good friend and the community leader that is joining us right now is Dr. Yves Salomon-Fernandez, and she's the interim president for Mass Bay Community College. So please join me in welcoming Yves to our show. Welcome, Yves. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Jen. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. So I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about the organization for which you've worked for a number of years and the amount of community support that Mass Bay brings to the Framingham community, and I want to say throughout Metro West. So tell me about what they do to support others in need.
Yeah, Mass Bay, as you know, our mission as a community college is really to create pathways for students, especially those who are low-income, underprivileged, students for whom higher education really isn't a legacy, to create pathways for them to get educated and to get real value doing that in ways that are not going to saddle them with debt and then prepare them for a career wherever that may take them. So we provide a range of services for students with disabilities, for students for whom English is not the first language. So a range of services beyond just the academic preparation that they get. And I'm also very pleased to say that with the help of partners like the United Way and a number of the other community organizations, we just started offering this last spring, a Help Connections service that allows students who are struggling with a variety of issues, whether it's homelessness, whether it is feeding their family, whether it is diapers, additional funds that we allow them to get access. We facilitate getting access to community services such as yours. So we do that in a number of ways, one, by ourselves, but also through collaboration with extraordinary partners in the Metro West region and Framingham specifically.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I know that a lot of students that are going to Mass Bay Community College are the ones that potentially we serve, they and their families at Pearl Street Cupboard and Cafe. So we're thrilled to be able to partner with Mass Bay to be able to do that because as we heard from Javier earlier for Framingham State University, when a student goes to classes and they're hungry, how do you think that impacts the way that they learn?
Exactly.
Right. So more and more, we're trying to partner in those ways. And that's interesting that you mentioned the homeless families, too, because kids that are homeless and are couch surfing, they want to do better and be better, and Mass Bay is such a tremendous resource to allow them to do that, again, without that incurring the debt at the end of the road.
Exactly. So, yeah. And as a community college, we also have adult learners. So people who had a job could provide for their family and suddenly cannot. It's nice to have the Pearl Street Cafe for them to be able to turn to during difficult times.
Yes. So what would you say to your friends and your family and your colleagues, and I want to say students too, because we have some amazing students that are part of the United Way of Tri-County's network of volunteers. What would you say to them to encourage them to make a difference this holiday season?
Well, I would say that volunteering and giving in whatever capacity, whatever ways that they can, is not just being a good citizen. It's not just great citizenship, but it's also enabling those who are most disadvantaged in our communities, those who may be just going through a difficult time. As you know very well, we see very middle-class families losing a job or losing a couple of jobs when the heads of households lose jobs, and their fate can turn very quickly, can change very quickly. So it's not just being a good citizen, but also it's being able to be there for our neighbors, for our friends, for our families, and to help them to get back into the economy and be able to sustain their families as they once had. So it's a community good. It's good for the economy. It's good for the community.
Yeah, volunteering and obviously in order to sustain these programs, to be able to help others, we really need donations.
Exactly. Yeah. No gift is too small.
That's absolutely. Yeah. You're absolutely right. I hope everybody at home remembers that, because that's really critical. And it would surprise you the amount of donors that we have that have found themselves in such a dramatic state now, that used to be donors to the United Way of Tri-County, right. And now they're using our services.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that I would say is, if you're like me and you forget, just do the automatic monthly deduction.
That's right.
That way you don't
Yep.
even have to worry about it.
No, you don't have to worry about it, and it has a huge impact. A little bit a month really helps us, and we definitely want people to text in and to call in their donations tonight too, so that we can help families over the holiday season. So I appreciate you coming. We all do. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for your support, and thank you for everything that you do for Mass Bay.
Thank you. You do
Fantastic.
tremendous work. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. We appreciate it.